Hey guys, it's Snoopy, and in this video, I wanted to give you guys some tips that I picked up ever since I started playing Knockout City. Before we start, I'd like to ask you guys to like and sub. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and you guys can always change your mind. I don't want to waste any more time, so let's get into the first tip. Alright, so the first tip I have for you guys is that there are 3 different ways to cancel your throw charge. The first one here is with the sprint. And you just gotta tap the sprint button for this one. The second way is with the dash. You get a little bit of movement off of that. And the third way is with the catch. And out of these 3 ways, the sprint is the quickest way to cancel the charge. Alright, and for our second tip, you are able to press Y and or B to increase your jump height. And in the hangout area, you can actually get on top of this antenna thingy. I don't think there's any purpose for it, but you can get a little cool cinematic shot off of it. Alright, and for our third tip, you're actually going to want to head into your settings. And once you're in your settings, go to your gameplay settings and go down to the border warning thickness. And this is the little red border that appears whenever someone's aiming at you. This basically adjusts how big this border is on your screen. Alright, and for tip number 4, I wanted to look at the border warning frame again. Basically, where the screen is stopped right now, you can see a red border around my screen. This shows that I'm being aimed at currently. And now we can see the border has a little bump out on the left side here. And this is exactly where I'm being aimed from. So you'll see in a second that I'll turn. And although I do get hit, the first guy who was aiming at me was right there, and I'm able to catch the ball. Alright, so tip number 5, if you pick up your teammate and you throw him, this will actually insta-kill the enemy. And I know in this clip that the guy's already at 1 HP, but the point still goes across. There is a trade-off though for the insta-kill. Basically, if the enemy catches, they can throw it back at you and insta-kill you instead. Just make sure whenever you try to do this, you're being careful and you're actually able to catch the ball that's coming back. Alright, and for tip number 6, when you want your teammate to pick you up, make sure you're just tapping the roll button instead of holding it down. And I do roll up to my teammate in this clip. You just have to be aware whenever you hold. The main point of this is that if you tap the roll button, the enemy's not going to have enough time to be able to pick you up and throw you instead. I'm 99% sure that your teammate doesn't need to click any buttons for you to be picked up. So tapping is just the easiest way and the safest way to make yourself throwable. And before we move on to the next tip, I just want to shout out the Discord I'm making. Basically, I'm just going to make it for the game. I want you guys to be able to find friends, find crewmates, join my crew if you want. Just to make it a little bit easier to get your challenges done so you're not searching for random people. I'm not really sure what else I want to do with the Discord yet, but it's going to be linked in the description if you'd like to join. Anyways, on with tip 7. So for tip 7, when the enemy team super throws, your best bet of making it out alive is dashing. Now in this clip I come very close to living, but here's another clip where I do actually survive. Another helpful thing is to look up, see where it's coming, but the dash just gives you that little bit of boost that you need to escape the blast radius. Alright, and so for tip 8, you're able to pass to your teammate who already has a ball, and you're able to get an overcharge stack off of it. This is pretty much a self-pass, and it's a pretty easy way to get an overcharge stack. You can only get 1 stack off of this stuff. So for tip 9, I recommend getting your friends on or finding friends. And this is because in the block party event that's currently going on, there's challenges where you need to have a full squad of teammates or a full squad of friends and a full squad of crewmates. So I definitely recommend that you either find a crew, find friends, or you get your own friends on and play together. And with the block party event, you do get some pretty good rewards, so I definitely recommend doing it. So for tip 10, I want to keep going about finding friends and finding people to play with consistently. So I'm pretty sure on May 25th, comp is coming out because it's the start of season 1. So I definitely recommend finding a group of 2 other people that you can consistently play with, just so you guys can get used to working together and overall have a better chance of winning your games. If any of you have come from games like Rocket League, it's definitely going to help you. being able to comment that you want to super throw, you want to ball up, it's definitely going to help you get those eliminations that you wouldn't get if you weren't commenting. Alright, now I do have a little bonus tip for you guys. So if you go into redeem code, I have 2 codes in the description of this video that actually give you 2 icons and 2 team banners. And for that, you just need to go into the more section and redeem code and just copy paste the codes right in there. And here are the icons. And then here are the banners. Alright, so that about wraps it up for this video. I just want to say thank you guys for watching it all the way through. And this Friday, May 28th, I'm planning to do an all-day stream of me just playing Knockout City. And my Twitch will be linked below, it's also on the screen if you want to check it out. But I definitely want to try and help as many of you as I can, because I definitely want you guys to be able to improve as quickly as possible. Once again, make sure to like and sub, you can always undo it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.